You've had dealings with 50 as well?
I had dealing with 50.
So, so yeah, in my opinion, one of the best businessmen of all time. I've read his book the same as yours, the way his mind works when he talks about like putting together deals and adding value and like just, I think it's understated how intelligent he is as a business person. And I've heard people say that like when he says something about someone, you better like either look into that person or steer clear of that person. And he was out there saying it from day one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what, 2 decades?
Yeah, probably as long as I have.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have a conversation about this?
We've had conversation, and we've had conversations about Puff, but you know, they so rare and few. You know, I talked to 50 when I was with bodyguard Scott Storch. I used to bodyguard Scott Storch around when he did Candy. I was actually in the studio when 50 did Candy Shop, and he did another song with Scott Storch. I was in the studio with him when he did that. So me and 50 had a long conversation then, and I understood why he had somewhat shunned me, you know what I mean, because I was still dealing with the Black Hands people, you know, and they was the one that turned their back on 50. I never turned my back on 50 at all, you know. I even warned him what was to come, you know what I'm saying. He came to my house. He was trying to have some extra bulletproof vests, but I'm 3X, 4X, 50 about extra large, you know what I'm saying? So the bullet would have probably somehow got through there, hit it with his side because it was so big. So, you know, he didn't take it. He took a cover. Had a smaller cover. He took that. But I even warned him of the conversations that was going down about him and what was going to go down. And we were supposed to be out in Cancun together. You know, I think I put that in that book too, the book about the Cancun situation. And I had him covered if he came to Cancun, but I'm glad he didn't come to Cancun. But by him not coming to Cancun, he got shot that day he was supposed to be in Cancun. I was calling him because I was wondering what happened. And then his manager told me that he had been shot when I was walking through the hotel, and I mentioned that part in the book also.
That was the second time.
The first time he was shot.
Right.
Yeah.
He warned him before that. Like you had intel before that.
Yeah.
Is this from because I know that you were very good at counterintelligence as a part of your job, and I know you would go to the streets, you go to the police, you go to the prisons. Like, how do I say this? Is there an extent to which you can kind of go a bit deeper into like what type of intel came through and like how you communicated that to him?
No, we were all supposed to meet up at Black Hands that day. 50 had to go to Columbia Records, but he didn't tell Chaz that he had to go to Columbia Records. We had already scheduled a meeting. I was doing some work and got caught up in the office. So I'm on my way to Black Hands Entertainment, and Chaz is calling me because they out front because 50 didn't show up yet. So then I called 50. 50 pick up the phone. I said, yo, 50, where you at? He said, yo, I'm finna go to Columbia Records. And I was like, yo, Chaz and them need you out in front of the thing. Blase this, you know, what's going on? And 50 was like, tell them to reschedule it because they want me at Columbia Records. I said, so why you don't pick up the phone for Chaz? You picking up the phone for me? He said, Gene, just tell them to reschedule it. So I get over there, me and Chaz talk, and those guys he was meeting with, I'm just gonna say those guys that he was meeting with, they was more concerned of Chaz not getting involved if anything happened to 50, because at that time Chaz just turned his back on 50 to the point whereas that he felt that he was being disrespected by not showing up to the meeting that he had set up. And this was after him and an individual had a fight in Atlanta.
Right. Okay. That's some strong intel.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So then I met Chaz that night on 44th Street again, and Chaz was telling me that I have to leave 50 alone. And I was like, man, how you gonna tell me what I gotta leave somebody alone? We had a big blowout. Chaz is like my brother, my uncle like that, what I'm saying, my big uncle, what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, how you gonna tell me that who I'm gonna leave alone? He said, I made the introduction. That's all I'm telling you. If anything go down, you're responsible for it. I said, I'm responsible for my own action anyway. I'm my own man. We had that kind of conversation. So 50 had called me on the phone, and that's the night he met me at my house.